You're a young athlete's parent when you've spent, well, countless hours in gyms, maybe dodged a few stray certs, right? And you're probably always wondering, okay, how do I really support my kid through this whole, intense world of youth sports? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place today. We're doing a deep dive into what makes a truly effective, really impactful role of the parent document, the kind teens give out. And this is tailored for you, pulling out the most practical, maybe surprising insights from our sources. We're talking athlete development, team dynamics, those crucial boundaries. Our mission really is to help you understand, maybe even craft, a document that makes sports parenting less of a guessing game and more of a clear partnership.
Exactly. We're drilling down into those core elements that help parents become, well, truly effective partners so their kids can thrive, both on the court and off it. We're drawing straight from these sources to give you a solid guide on what absolutely needs to be in that role of the parent document for everyone's benefit, families, and coaches.
Okay, let's kick things off. Let's talk foundation. What's the core identity of a supportive parent in this context? Our sources, they consistently say parents are the unwavering champions, right? Their kid's biggest fan, that constant source of love, support, no matter how practice went or, the score of the game. And a key thing a document should spell out is creating that safe space where your child feels totally okay sharing frustrations, disappointments, without fearing criticism.
Right. And what's really critical here, something maybe easily missed, is how we frame mistakes. It's a specific mindset shift. The sources aren't just saying be nice. They're pushing for something more like a growth mindset approach. So instead of jumping in with fixes when your kid messes up, the idea is to prompt them. Ask questions like, okay, what do you think you could learn from that? Or maybe, hey, that's how we figure things out, right? Now you know for next time. This isn't just about making them feel better. Research shows this approach actually boosts performance and lowers anxiety. It disconnects self-worth from just the outcome. That's a core principle any good parent document really needs to communicate.
That shift, from failure to learning opportunity, that's huge. And it connects right into another really interesting point, goals. Specifically, goals the athlete can actually control. We hear win the championship all the time. But the sources suggest something more, sustainable. A good document should encourage goals like, I'll get in 30 minutes extra serving practice each week, consistently. Or maybe I'll focus on positive self-talk after I make a mistake. These are like smart goals, right? Specific, measurable, all that. They build confidence because success feels earned through effort, through process, not just luck or talent.
And that naturally brings up, well, the whole athlete. Holistic development. We need well-rounded individuals. The sources really hammer home the importance of balance. Taking time away from the sport. It's not slacking off, it's crucial for rejuvenation, avoiding burnout. There's a lot of concern about early specialization, right? Especially before the teen years. It can actually increase injury risk and lead kids to drop out. So a parent document should guide parents. Ensure the athlete shows up ready physically and mentally. That means thinking about nutrition, hydration, sleep, and injury prevention stuff. Proper warm-ups, using the right gear. It's about the long game. Building a robust athlete.
Absolutely. And it's not just physical health either. The sources point out coaches have a role in helping kids balance schoolwork too. So for parents, that means, supporting time management skills, maybe using planners, setting study goals, and knowing when maybe tutoring or other academic support is needed. A really comprehensive parent document should spell out how parents and the team work together on this, making sure the kid thrives in class and on the court. It's prep for life, really.
Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about the team ecosystem. Defining roles. This is absolutely critical for a role of the parent document. The sources are crystal clear on this. Coaches make the decisions. Team structure, drills, who plays where, that's their job. Parents. Supportive, absolutely. But they must avoid stepping into the coach's role. No trying to influence lineup decisions, and definitely no coaching from the sidelines. The coach's job is often to push athletes, challenge them. They're not always trying to be the kid's best friend. And a good document clarifies this whole relationship up front. It helps prevent misunderstandings and conflict. It's part of what they call athlete-centered coaching. Focus on development.
Okay, so what does that look like in practice? How should parents actually interact with coaches? The sources get pretty specific here. If you have a concern, talk to the coach privately. Don't confront other players. Definitely don't confront other parents. That just escalates things, hurts the team vibe. And here's a detail that might surprise some people, but it's emphasized. Parents should never ask a coach for a ride home for their kid after a game or practice. Or like invite them to family parties, things outside of team events.
Right. It's not just about how it looks, though that matters. It can genuinely create awkwardness or imply someone's looking for special treatment.
Yeah. So the role of the parent doc really needs to champion that it takes a village idea. Parents handle the logistics, the support, the non-coaching stuff. That frees up the coach to, well, actually coach. Focus on developing the players.
And that leads perfectly into safety and transparency. This is non-negotiable. It have to be in the document. Our sources lay out really clear protocols, like the rule of two. Ever heard of that?
The rule of two. Tell me more.
Yeah, it basically means coaches should always avoid being totally alone with a minor athlete. One-on-one situations, whether it's in person or even electronically. So any texts, emails, whatever, with a minor athlete, a parent or guardian has to be included, copied in. It's not just red tape. It's a critical safeguard. Protects the kid, protects the coach, protects the whole organization, fosters a professional, safe space. This kind of clear guidance needs to be a cornerstone of any parent document you're creating or reviewing.
Makes total sense.
Yeah.
The sources also get into game day behavior, which, let's be honest, can be a hotspot for parents. A good document needs to clearly state the expectations for sportsmanship. Absolutely no trash talk, no taunting opponents, and respecting the official's calls even when you disagree. No yelling at the refs.
Right. The communication with the referee, that's the team captain's job. Usually with the coach is okay, not the parents in the stands.
Exactly. It's not about being quiet. It's about modeling self-control, respect. It builds a positive team culture and reflects well on everyone. Teaches good life lessons too.
And another thing parents sometimes struggle with is playing time. It's important to understand that fairness isn't always equal. It means coaches treat everyone impartially, based on their development, commitment, the team's needs, not necessarily equal minutes on the court. The sources suggest, pretty strongly, that if a kid isn't playing much, the answer is usually continued hard work, being a great teammate, even from the bench. That's how you earn more time.
Not by the parent complaining to the coach.
Exactly. Parental intervention usually isn't the solution there. And critically, moving an athlete up to a higher skill group, older age class, that decision should always come from the coach. It shouldn't be driven solely by a parent or even the athlete asking. Sometimes kids actually develop better by leading their current team, building those core skills, rather than being rushed before they're truly ready. Explaining that nuance is really valuable in a parent document.
That makes so much sense. Explaining the why behind those decisions. Okay, let's pull back a bit. Bigger picture. Beyond the tactics, the drills, what about values? What enduring values should a good role of the parent document encourage parents to help instill? Our sources mention things like fostering excellence, integrity, inclusion, things you see in mission statements, like from the Canadian Elite Academy example. It's about encouraging that constant effort, self-improvement, not comparing yourself to teammates, but focusing on being better than you were yesterday, cultivating that inner drive.
And what's really powerful here is how directly these sources link sports lessons to life success. Things like accountability, self-discipline, bouncing back from mistakes, resilience. They explicitly say an athlete's ability to, quote, recover from their own mistakes and not be affected by aspects of the game they cannot control. That's a hallmark, not just of top athletes, but of well-adjusted, successful people. These are invaluable life skills, and parents, guided by a solid document, can actively help build them, making these young athletes more prepared for school, careers, everything.
So wrapping this part up, for you listening, whether you're drafting one of these documents for your team or just navigating this journey, your role is really to be that supportive ally, understanding the lines, reinforcing the good stuff, and just embracing the whole messy, rewarding process of growth for your kid and, yeah, probably for yourself too.
Ultimately, yes. It's about fostering that unconditional support. Focusing on earning success through dedication, not just fixating on the scoreboard, that really sets the stage for a positive, fulfilling athletic experience. And the goal, as these sources keep highlighting, isn't just making a better player. It's helping shape a well-rounded person, someone equipped with skills like teamwork, goal setting, perseverance, skills for life.
Wow. This deep dive really shows that a well-thought-out role of the parent document isn't just a list of do's and don'ts, is it? It's really about building a partnership, one that fosters growth, resilience, and hopefully a lifelong love for the game, maybe even just for being active and learning. We've touched on a lot nurturing mental well-being, understanding team dynamics, those crucial safety rules.
Indeed. The insights really drive home how vital that parental support is, but it has to be combined with a clear understanding of the boundaries, the roles. That combination is what truly fuels an athlete's holistic development. It boils down to empowering your child, helping them become responsible, resilient, well-adjusted people. On the court, sure, but far beyond it, too.
So as you think about all this, maybe about what you'd put in a document like this or how you approach your role right now,
Yeah.
here's one last thought for you to chew on. If success, as they say, is truly earned through the will to prepare, what's one small, consistent action you can take starting today to help prepare your athlete? Not just for the next game, but, for the game of life itself.